Hey, it's John with Vision Advisors, and welcome to another Insight with Vision. In this particular episode, I want to talk about 7 common marketing mistakes that we see financial advisors making on a regular basis that are costing them money. In this episode, I also want to share some tips that can help you fix those mistakes and improve your outcome of the marketing activities that you're engaging with. You might want to grab a pen and paper and let's get ready to get started. Let me open by asking the question, do you ever feel like this? If you're like a lot of professionals that we talk to here at Vision Advisors, many of them often find themselves frantically trying to make sense of what we like to call the new normal, only to find themselves running in this proverbial hamster wheel. The wheel is turning, you're spending a lot of time and energy and effort, but it doesn't seem like you're getting anywhere very fast. And then when you stop to begin to count the dollars, and you begin to ask the question, where did my money go? Looking at the amount of money you've spent and the results you've realized, sometimes you wonder if you're simply throwing your money down a giant sinkhole that just is sucking money out of your pocket and not delivering results. John Wayne, the actor, I think said it best when he said, life is hard, and it's harder when you're stupid. Now, most of us aren't stupid, but many of us have made some stupid mistakes along our lives. In fact, I think we can all probably agree that at some point we've made some really stupid decisions that we've come to regret. But the real problem is kind of twofold. The first part of that problem of making stupid decisions is not having a plan in place before we act and just going out and doing something before we're ready to engage and see results. I think the second big problem in these mistakes that we made and some of the stupid decisions that we found ourselves engaging in is that we haven't learned from our mistakes. And if we don't learn from them, we're destined to repeat them again and again and again. But if we use mistakes the right way, we can use those to make us better. Now, at Vision Advisors, we've uncovered 7 common marketing mistakes that a lot of financial professionals that we work with and that we talk to across the country seem to be engaging in over and over again. These repeated errors in marketing actually limit whatever program you're using to market yourself. It limits the effectiveness, which ultimately limits the results that you're going to see at the end of the day. Now, remember, the goal of lead marketing is one thing and one thing only. The goal of marketing is lead generation. If it's not generating leads, it's not marketing. If it's not getting you in front of a qualified prospect on a favorable basis, it's not marketing. Marketing is designed to get your message in front of the right people, the people who are ready, willing, and able to act on your unique value proposition and to engage with you, and ultimately to engage you as their financial professional. So let's take a look at the 7 common marketing mistakes and talk about what those are and how we fix them. Mistake number 1 is marketing to the wrong people. The vast majority of marketing is being directed at too broad an audience. It's not knowing your who your target audience is. Who is your ideal client? Many times what we see is the message that being sent is much too broad. Industry studies tell us that at best, only 5% of consumers that receive your message, even if you're getting it in front of the right audience, only 5% of them are ready, willing, and able to engage with you at that particular moment. So not understanding who your target market is and failing to uniquely focus on getting your message to that segment and only that segment of the general populace does nothing more than limit or dilute your results. At the end of the day, it's not how many people you market to, it's how many of the right people you get a chance to get in front of. So the key to marketing to the wrong people is learning to identify your who, focusing your specific message to a very specific group of people, your ideal customer. Now, mistake number two is marketing the wrong message. Far too many messages that we see being put out today fail to resonate because they don't speak directly to the emotional needs and concerns of the end user customer. Remember, it's not about the solution you're marketing, it's about speaking to the customer's fears and concerns, addressing what keeps them up at night and letting them know that you can help them solve that problem. One of the things we know from neuroscience and studying behavioral finance is the fact that if you're too quick to ask for the sale, or you immediately go into your sales pitch and you fail to make an emotional connection that resonates with your ideal client, you've immediately turned them off. When we engage the emotions, there's a chemical process that takes place in the brain that begins to warm individuals up to wanting to know more about you, to like you, and ultimately to trust you. And at the end of the day, until those things are in place, they're ultimately not going to buy from you. Now, your message also has to speak to the customer's unique language. It needs to be in a conversational tone, something that makes an emotional connection. Now, this is where storytelling comes in. Storytelling is a very powerful way for you to get your message to connect with and really engage that client at an emotional level. Stories are important because from the very beginnings of our birth and all through our formative years, we were hardwired for stories. So the key to the wrong message and making sure that you're marketing the right message is to do your research, to know what is keeping your clients awake at night. What are the questions they're asking in their head that they want you to answer, and answer those questions in your message. Number three, shotgun advertising. Now, what is shotgun advertising? Think about this. Shooting a shotgun in the air and hoping you hit something as it flies by doesn't often work. But how too many of us follow traditional wisdom, and we do the things that everybody else has done. Well, everybody else is doing a yellow page ad, so why don't I? Everybody else is advertising in the newspaper. Everybody else belongs to the Chamber of Commerce. Everybody else goes to Rotary. Everybody else does Facebook or Google or LinkedIn. You pick what it is. Just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean it's the right thing for you to do. And just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that you should be doing it the very same way. Facebook and LinkedIn seem to be kind of the fads or the fashions right now, and everybody wants to go there. But let me ask you this question. If your ideal client isn't on Facebook or LinkedIn, does it make sense to put advertising and marketing dollars there? If your ideal client doesn't read email, does it make sense to engage in an email campaign? The goal of advertising, the goal of marketing is to target your audience, not with a shotgun, but with a sniper rifle, so that you are directly aiming very precisely at the target you want your message to reach, and making sure that that message is going directly to that audience. So the key to avoid the shotgun advertising approach is to make sure that you know your target market, know where they go to get information, and market to them based upon where they're going and the mediums that they are using to get information or to entertain themselves. Mistake number four is not having a system or a process in place for your marketing. One of the questions I love to ask producers on the front end is, are you spending marketing dollars without having a cohesive step-by-step plan in place to move things along? Far too many producers fail to put together a process that, number one, generates leads. Number two, converts those leads to customers. Number three, retains those customers and creates opportunities for upsells and next sales. And at the same time, teaches and trains those customers to become a source for referrals for you. If your process doesn't do that, it's not a marketing system. Now, every year, billions of dollars are wasted in the advertising world because people don't follow a process. They need a process that is going to move the consumer down a structured sales funnel, a process, if you want to call it that, that leads to a sale and then to another sale, and that turns your customers into an enthusiastic cheerleader, a walking, talking billboard that is telling your story and introducing you to other people just like them that want and need what you can bring to the table. You know, it's not just enough to have a website or a landing page or a Facebook page or a LinkedIn page or to engage in drip advertising either through physical means or through an electronic means. These are elements of a marketing plan, but the elements themselves don't make a plan without a process to move the consumer from prospect to customer to repeat customer to turning them into a referral machine for you. And remember, if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. Now, point number 5, and that's competing on price. Now, you know, it's easy to compete on price, but when you begin to compete on price, you're on a rapid descent to zero. Because the lower you take your price to compete and thinking that's the only thing you've got to hang your hat on, you can only be the cheapest for so long. And at some point, your competition is going to undercut your price. And when they do, you're no longer the cheapest. You know, the goal is to shift your focus to marketing the value of who you are and what you offer. Many producers fail to upsell the value of what they bring to the table and the value that this product actually brings. And more importantly, they fail to upsell the value of themselves. So one of the ways to avoid competing on price is making sure that you are positioning yourself as the expert. I want to challenge you to use the law of attraction. Now, what is the law of attraction? It is an element of persuasion that you can use to make what you're offering more attractive in the eyes of your ideal client. And when you make something more attractive, now all of a sudden they want it and they desire it. And they're willing to pay more for something they really want, something they really desire, and something that uniquely can solve their problem. Because whatever they want, whatever they desire, they're willing to spend more money to get because they see the value that's there. So the goal is to first make yourself attractive, because when you do that, they now see the value in working with you. And once they see the value of you, your knowledge, your expertise, and what you can do for them, then all of a sudden, every recommendation you bring, every solution you bring becomes more attractive and makes it more likely that the consumer is going to say yes. That's how you avoid competing on price, making yourself the expert and using the law of attraction. Mistake number 6 is selling features versus benefits. Now, a feature is a distinct difference between two competing products or services. A feature is often subjective, and because it's subjective, some individuals may see more value in that than others. But anytime you present something that is subjective, the mind can easily dismiss that as not valuable or important. You know, a consumer can always say, so what, if you present a comparison of features. As sales professionals, we've unfortunately been taught to know the features of our product. It's an important part of understanding the unique distinction between company A and company B, life insurance, annuity, or long-term care product A, B, or C, and knowing the difference in those features lets us distinguish one product from another. But at the end of the day, the consumer doesn't really care about the features. Features don't resonate with consumers, but this is how most sales professionals sell. They focus on features. When they do that and they spend their time explaining a feature, the client smiles, the client nods, may not have a clue what you're talking about, but they smile, they nod, and you move on. And at the end of the day, they say no to your offer. Now, what consumers do care about are benefits, because a benefit explains how a feature truly improves the customer's situation. A benefit is going to reveal to the customer how a feature is going to make their life better, how it's going to solve a problem that they're looking for an answer to, how it's going to fill a need or a void in their life, or in some way add value to their lives. When you present a benefit, you're answering that question that's echoing in the client's mind. What's in it for me? What is the value of this for me? So the key to avoid selling features and selling benefits instead is to show your clients how your solution uniquely solves their problem. Never present a feature of a product or a service without also explaining how this feature uniquely benefits the customer or solves their problem. Because until they see how that feature personally benefits them and makes their life better in some way, they don't see that as valuable or attractive. Now, mistake number 7 is not staying top of mind aware. Now, remember what we said at the onset, only 5% of the people, even in your target market group, are ready, willing, and able at any point in time to do business with you right now. That means 95% are not ready or willing or able to do business with you today. But it doesn't mean they won't do business with you tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year. One of the things you want to make sure is that you are constantly top of mind aware. You know, Dan Kennedy tells the story of the Goodyear blimp as a reminder of being top of mind aware. Every professional football game, the Goodyear blimp is circling, bringing a shot that is a vantage shot uniquely presented from that Goodyear blimp. And everybody sees that blimp at every game. Now, they're not out there overtly marketing or at the halftime saying, buy Goodyear tires. They're out there putting their name out there so people know who they are and what they do. But when you walk into a tire store and all of a sudden you see that Goodyear logo, hey, maybe I should buy a Goodyear tire. Out of sight is out of mind. You don't want to be out of sight of your client, because if you are and they're not thinking about you, they're going to think about your competitors, and now they have an opportunity to get the business that you otherwise had an opportunity to learn. Now, what does that mean? That means staying top of mind. You're going to engage with the people that bought from you, as well as those who haven't yet bought from you, because they may be willing to buy from you tomorrow or another day. Now, this gives you a chance to tell them everything that you do. And telling stories is an amazing way for you to do that and to let people know how you've solved their problem. Telling stories through testimonials is another great way to let folks know how you've helped people just like them solve the same problems that they're dealing with every single day. You know, you spend a lot of money to generate a lead, but not every lead is going to buy from you today, and not every lead will ever buy from you. But if you think of those leads as seeds in a garden, if you don't water them, if you don't fertilize them, if you don't care for those leads, those seeds will die, having never brought forth a harvest. And if you think of your customers as a fruit tree, what does a farmer do with a fruit tree? They regularly go to them and they prune them and they fertilize them and they water them and they care for them. They spend time with them so that that apple tree will continue to produce fruit year after year after year. And not just fruit, but more fruit through proper pruning and caring along the way. You know, one of the ways that you can stay top of mind aware is to stay connected. Regular emails, social media posts, direct mail, phone calls, in-person visits. All of those things allow you to stay connected, but it needs to be part of a systematic process that we talked about earlier. Now, these are the 7 steps that we've talked about, and as we get ready to wrap up, let's remember what the Duke said. You know, John Wayne said, life is hard, and it's harder if you're stupid. Now, again, we can probably all agree that we've made some stupid decisions, and as we've looked at these 7 mistakes, maybe you've looked and said, oh my goodness, I've made that one, or I've made 2 or 3, or maybe you've made all 7 of those. Hey, learning is how we grow. Learning is how we get better. Mistakes, rightly used, make us better. And when we get better, we have better results. But let me also challenge you to something that Albert Einstein said. And Einstein said this, he said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. You know, if you're doing the same things you've always done, you're going to get the same results you've always gotten. So I want to challenge you to make sure that you're not engaging in any of these common marketing mistakes because they're easy to fix. And make sure that you're taking the steps daily to improve the quality of your marketing. Because as you improve the quality of your marketing efforts, you're going to improve the quality of your results. As you improve your marketing efforts and you think smarter and you act smarter and you engage smarter, you're going to be getting in front of more qualified prospects and more of the right qualified prospects. You're going to be getting in front of them with the right message at the right time. And if you're using a proven system or a process, you're going to have an opportunity to close more business. But at the end of the day, it's important to remember marketing must do one thing. Marketing must generate results. If marketing is not generating leads, it's not generating activity, it's not marketing. If what you're doing is not getting you in front of the right prospect at the right time with the right message, and it's not generating leads to go into your sales funnel, new sales, repeat sales, leads that generate referrals, it's not marketing at the end of the day. Now, at Vision Advisors, we're here to help you get results. You know, we are a marketing-focused IMO that also has a great portfolio of products that we can offer you as well. All IMOs have great products, but not every IMO is truly a marketing-focused organization. That's one of the things that makes us different. You know, I always ask the question of producers as we're having conversations is, what good is having a great portfolio of products that we can give to you and that you can give to your consumers if you can't get in front of a qualified prospect on a favorable basis to have an opportunity to sell them? So what do? In addition to training on product and product solutions and introducing you to the amazing carrier partners that we work with, we teach producers and their staff how to effectively to create and utilize websites, to develop, build, and implement lead capture pages that generate lead results, to begin to build out sales funnels, to learn how to effectively present webinars and seminars to your clients, to engage in adult education programs, to begin to engage with or expand your use of social media marketing, to create email automation systems that can allow you to stay in touch with your clients and prospective clients and to have continual messages that keep you top of mind aware, to share with you opportunities to do drip mail campaigns where you are sending physical postcards, physical letters, and other physical touches to your client so that you have a chance to stay top of mind aware. The goal in what we do at Vision Advisors is to help you create and generate more leads, to turn those leads into sales, and then to turn those leads that have become sales, that have now become customers, to give you an opportunity to turn those customers into your raving cheerleaders, those walking, talking, living, breathing billboards that are telling their friends, their family, their neighbor, and their coworkers, you will not believe what this financial advisor did for me, and he can do it for you too. You know, one of the things that we do in addition to the training that we also offer, we've got sales and marketing coaches on staff that can coach you. We've got third-party vendors that if you don't want to learn how to do this and you simply want to pay to get it done, we've got vendors that can help you do that and an incredible marketing program that can help you pay for your marketing. Hey, and I already said we've got a great portfolio of life, annuity, and long-term care products backed with a knowledgeable, professional, and caring staff of incredible business consultants that will sit down with you, walk you through your case prep and your case design, review your fact finder with you to help you find a suitable and appropriate solution to solve your client's money problem. That's what we do. At the end of the day, our mission and our goal is to help you achieve more success. So I want to encourage you to have a strategy call with us. You know, you need a marketing plan that's unique to you and your practice. And where you start is going to depend on where you are. There are several factors involved in building out an effective marketing strategy. And having a strategy call with a sales and marketing coach here at Vision is the first step to improving your results. And whether you're just getting started in the financial services business or you've been doing this for 20, 30, 40, or 50 years, you only get better at what you do when you get better at who you are. And when you get better at who you are, you automatically become better at what you do. That comes through adopting a mindset of becoming a lifetime learner and growing and getting better at everything that we do in our practice. So let's have a strategy call. Let's talk about what you're doing, whether or not it's working, and how Vision Advisors can help you achieve a better outcome. You know, whether it's adding a digital marketing component, learning how to use the video technologies to engage with clients that don't want to meet with you or can't meet with you face to face, expanding the opportunity to go beyond the physical confines of your city or your state and to market in multiple states where you may be licensed using technology is an amazing way to grow your practice. We're helping producers do that every single week. Whether you need to create a video channel to showcase your online content or just to become a better communicator, we're here to help. That's what we do. So let me encourage you to give us a call at 1-800-505-8489 and let's schedule a strategy session today. When you call, ask to speak to John, Melissa, or Gary, and we would love to have an opportunity to understand your practice, to walk you through a series of steps to identify what's working and what's not, identify who your target client is, and then from that, build a marketing solution that works for you. Hey, and while you're at it, go ahead and visit our Facebook and our LinkedIn page. We're sharing conversation starters on a regular basis on our Facebook and LinkedIn page to give you a reason to pick up the phone, to send an email, to drop a letter, to send a postcard, to engage your clients and prospective clients with what's going on in the world around us from a financial perspective. If you visit our website, visionadvisorsinc.com, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a button that takes you to our YouTube channel. We have one of the largest learning and training libraries in the industry, and we're constantly adding to that on a regular basis. Hey, we welcome an opportunity to help you, and I want to thank you for taking time to learn more about these 7 common marketing mistakes that are costing you money and how we can help you fix them. We look forward to having a strategy call with you and putting you on the road to success, to making a bigger and better impact right where you are. We look forward to talking with you. Our number, 1-800-505-8489. I'm John with Vision Advisors. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.